So one of the laws New York City passed, every 10 years, every large building in the city does an energy audit. And in the energy audit is an inventory of systems. So let's look up this building. There's a report card. You can see how this building performs. So in New York, the median use of energy for a multifamily building is 124. Don't worry about what the units are. And then you can see our progress over time. 2010, it looks like we started at 179, and you can see it going down over time to 99. So if this is correct, we've cut our energy practically in half. Sustainable Development Goal number 11 has the potential to impact at least half of the world's population, but it has to be local. And so we have to start to understand your building stock and what are the problems in the building stock. And part of it is going inside your own building. So we went through piece by piece, kind of the anatomy of problems in our building and tried to solve them. The heat and hot water in the multifamilies is about 60% of the energy use, something like that. I can show you these analyses that have been done.
There is a new program now, the last couple of years, I think, maybe the past 3 years, where it is mandated that you have an efficiency test done on your boiler. We have pretty good efficiency. I don't have the report yet, but it runs really well, 85% or something. We've replaced all the windows.
You know, they're better in every single way. We reduce the infiltration, we reduce the conduction, we reduced the thermal heat gain, and I think there were about 350 windows, plus or minus.
Yeah, I think 359, actually, if I remember the count exactly. So if you look out on the roof, this is also our building. You can see that it is painted white.
It's called a cool roof, and it's now required in New York City, and it helps cool the city because if the roofs aren't getting hot, they're not emitting heat and heating up the whole city.
I took a temperature reading of the roof before we did it. It was, I think, 145 degrees. After we did it, it was pretty close to whatever the ambient temperature was at the time. I think it was like 82 or something on that day. So it made a huge difference.
We could basically achieve climate stabilization, reducing our carbon 80% by 2050 if every building in New York cut its energy use in half, and we greened the grid, and we electrified heat and hot water. It's also a real intellectual challenge that's fascinating. So that's an added benefit. It's just fascinating to think through a problem that's that complex and difficult and work with a community of really bright people to help figure that out.